Hey, good morning, y'all. Welcome back to the channel. If you've been here before, if not, if it's your first time, well, welcome. Hopefully, you find some content here that you enjoy watching or that you find helpful. I want to start this off with saying, please stay till the end. It's worth the 5 minutes you're going to spend. Uh, I also want to say that the men and women of the law enforcement in Florida are absolutely incredible, as well as the 911 operator that helped me track this guy until the officer was able to catch up to us and get him off the road eventually. So, with that said, what you're looking at here, I was behind. I'm actually right next to this truck that's passing me right now. The truck up here in front of me to the left is completely drunk or under some kind of influence. He's also preoccupied with his cell phone. He is leaning with his forearms on the steering wheel, cradling his cell phone between both hands. See, he almost hit that car in the left lane right there. If the car had not seen him coming and dodged out of the way, he would have sideswiped that car. The tanker driver that we're approaching right now, he's about as drunk as the guy in the other truck was. See, he's all in the emergency lane too. And you have to understand, the emergency lane is the emergency lanes for emergencies. There are a lot of people that use that for different reasons, parking temporarily for emergencies or urgent situations. But anyway, that's why this became so urgent. As I said, it gets better towards the end. But all right, so I pass the tanker and I get up behind this guy, just monitoring what he's doing. And at that point, I realized he's going to end up. He spent half of his trip in the emergency lane. So at that point, I decided to pursue it a little bit further to see how bad it really was going to be. Started getting concerned about the fact that, like I said earlier, that somebody's going to end up being in that emergency lane and he's going to end up hitting them at full speed. That happens quite often. You don't always hear about it. It does happen quite frequently, and I didn't want to see that happen to somebody there. So I didn't get the best part of it. That's when the officer had finally caught up to me and took the chase after this guy and got him pulled over into the rest area. And I'm assuming he probably found a few citationable offenses and several other things. I'm not sure, but I'm sure he did a great job on getting him off the road. Hopefully he's not going to be back on the road for a minute. This guy has no respect for life or safety or anything else. So here it is. He does this 2 or 3 more times, so starts really getting into the emergency lane. Well, I was getting really concerned about it because we'd gone quite a while without anybody in the emergency lane. So I go ahead and pull around him, and I get up in front of him, and that's when I see my fear coming true. There's what ended up being a family, a couple of kids, a mom, dad, towing a vehicle up on the shoulder about 3/4 of a mile ahead. That had a flat tire, and this guy was at this point was doing this right here. I mean, like, he was going way into the emergency lane, way into it. Almost hit a bridge, actually. That's how far he went in at some point. So I chose at that point to start slowing him down and hitting my brakes. I figured if he hit the back of my trailer, it'd be a whole lot better than hitting those people up there. So fortunately, right before he got to the place where the people were at, I was able to annoy him bad enough that he got mad, slammed on the brakes, and he started changing lanes to get around. So he was aware enough of what was going on that he ended up going around me and trying to be a dick. To be honest with you, he was at that point he became road rage and started trying to mess with me. So he went around, showed off a little bit. See, there he goes right there. That's minor. It got so much worse, and he goes around me and starts trying to brake check me and do stupid stuff. By that time, I got off the camera, picked up the phone, and I didn't pick it up, but I turned it on, and I ended up calling the Department of Public Safety or 911. There's a fantastic person there. He stayed on the phone with me. It's been about 40 minutes, 35 minutes before the officer was able to catch up with us. And he did catch up to us. Like I said, I didn't get that on camera because I was more concerned about catching this guy and getting him off the road. Just wanted to say, if you guys see this stuff on the road, it's good to call. First thing is to get away from them. Be safe. Try to stay away. Also, if you're parking on that side shoulder there, be mindful. Make it as quick as you can. And if it's an emergency or something, try to set off flares. Make it obvious. People like this wouldn't have seen flares anyway. But God bless you all. Hope you like the content. Take care. And be safe.
subscribe if you can, okay? I need it. Would appreciate it. Thanks. You guys have a great day. Be safe out there and take care of those that you love, okay?